Hi, this is Monty from Mopart Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on one of our newly acquired cars. Now this is our Smart 4.2, it's the Pulse MHD, which is micro hybrid drive, which is the stop-start technology on these cars. That's the Pulse model, so it's not the base model, which is the Pure, it's the next one up just before the Passion. Now this particular car has got a couple of extras on it, one of them being the panoramic glass roof, which you do tend to get on the Passion only. So it's got a couple of extras on there. I think one of them is a lockable glove box, and I think the dials on the dash as well were an extra on the car. Okay, now the reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. So whether you are 3 miles away or 300 miles away, when you do come to have a look at the vehicle, it should be as I've described it. Now apologies, we are in a park, so you may see people walking past, walking their dogs, jogging, that sort of thing, but I'll try and be as quickly as possible. So, going back about the trust, honesty, integrity, that type of thing. In terms of services on this car, it's got 5 services already in the book. We will be putting a full service on the vehicle and getting it ready for an MOT as well. Now mileage on this car is about 53,500 miles. Okay, you've got 2 spare keys with the car. Now, a bit about myself. My name is Monty. I've run Mopart Vehicles for a couple of years now. Please feel free to read some of my reviews on Auto Trader. They are all genuine reviews. Nothing is made up there. I think everything at the moment is all 5-star, but we're bound to get a bad one sooner or later. Now, briefly, I'm just going to walk around the car and then give you a more detailed view very shortly. So as I mentioned, this is the Pulse version, so it's the more sportier version. So you've got slightly wider tyres, front and rear. You've got your 3-spoke paddle shifts, so you can change gear manually if you want to by using the paddle shifts on the steering wheel, or you can let the car use it as normally automatic. So that's what the soft touch is called. Okay, so you may get some of these models that are not soft touch, which means that you have to keep changing the gear manually. Okay, so if we start off on the driver's side front, all the tyres have got plenty of tread on them. They've got approximately 5 and 6 millimeters on the front and rear. Okay, now you're going to have a few little chips in the alloy wheels, 1 or 2, nothing major, but they have already been touched up. Now again, you don't tend to get these in the Tridian safety cell, which is in silver, which is that you've got on this car. Most of them do tend to be black, but what I'll try and do is I'll try and move the camera slowly enough so you can try and pick it all up. Now, I'm sure people, if you're looking at a smart car, you know all these panels are all plastic, they're all interchangeable. So they won't really scratch that easily or dent at all. Okay, now the structure is mainly the Tridian safety cell, and then behind all the door panels, etc., you've got all the skin for the car, or the structure, the skeleton really. Okay, now on the driver's door here, you've got a couple of little bits and pieces that have already been touched up. Again, you may be able to pick them up in the picture, sometimes you may not be able to pick them up. Okay, and a tiny little trolley dent here in the Tridian safety cell. Now, when the car leaves me today, it's going to go straight to my preparation team. I'll try and get them to take any little dents out, and then they'll get the car ready for a service and a pre-MOT check, ready to put a new MOT on the car. Okay, so looking at the back wheels and tyres, lots of tread. Alloy wheel looks really good on this side here, no scuffs, no scrapes, no gouges. And let's just show you inside the car briefly. Okay, nice dark black interior, no signs of any ripping, fraying, tearing. So dark, obviously black with, or some people might say it's a dark grey, with a insert of a light grey in the middle of the seat. Okay, now you've got air conditioning on this car as standard. There's the 3-spoke steering wheel with all the little paddle shifts on the back. There's your extra instrument dials, one for the rev counter and the other one for the clock. That works fine. And as I mentioned to you, this car's got a panoramic glass roof. So if I tilt that up, you can see. Now it's not actually glass, it's sort of a perspex. Okay, just to show you that there. typical. My phone rings at the time I don't want it to ring. There we go. Let's go around the back of the car. Let's just show you around here as well. And hopefully if I can try and show you the side, you can try and pick up, it's all really nice and bright. Nothing's all flat or anything like that. Now you are going to have a few little sort of chips here and there. It's just one of those things. They have been touched up, but you can never really look at make them look like brand spanking new on these cars, especially with the plastic bodywork. Okay, you can open up rear hatch like that, and then you've got a handle either side. There's one over here, one over there, and that's how you lower the rear section. Okay, and then you've got a cubby hole in here that you can put a few bits and pieces in if you need to. Let's just close that down. Okay, let's just go down the passenger side. Again, you can see the tyres are all in good condition. Alloy wheels, absolutely fine. A couple of little scuffs here and there that have been touched up, but nothing major. And then let's just try and show you the passenger door. It's going to be quite hard to show you the passenger door, only because you've got the sun shining on it. But everything looks absolutely fine on the passenger door there as well. No issues with the tritium cell, no dents, nothing like that at all. And let's just show you inside here on the passenger side. Door panels all look really good, no fraying, no bad wear, no ripping. And again, hopefully you can try and pick up the seats. Apologies, the sun is shining quite bright. And you've got your lockable glove box, which I believe is an option extra at the time. The automatic side of it, the full automatic, is using that button there, and then you've got your stop start as well that you can switch off if you don't want it on. Let's go around here. So you can see plenty of tread on the tyres. There will be pictures on there with the tyres as well. Again, alloy wheels look okay. Again, you're going to have one or two little scuffs that have been touched up. But again, the car, it's a used car. It's a 2010 on a 59 plate, but it is coming up to, what, 8 years of age now. So it's not going to be a brand spanking new car, especially on white. They'll tend to show most of the bits and pieces, but you won't tend to find many dealers offering these kind of detailed video views on the car because, well, one of them is I like to try and point everything out on the car. Not everybody does. Now, the worst bit about this car is probably the front wing. Just let me just point it out to you. There's a couple of little marks along here, and a little bit of a mark around there as well. Okay, it's going to be really, really hard to point out in a photograph. And to be fair, it's nothing major, but I just like to point them out to potential customers. So before you do come down and have a look at the car, you know, it should be as I've described it. So we're about to get to the end of the video now. We're about nearly coming up to 9 minutes. I just wanted to thank you very much for your time. If this particular car or anything else you see at Motor Park Vehicles you're interested in, please don't hesitate to either send me an email, give me a call, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you again. Bye bye.